Dave, this is our lesson from the 28th of April, and that's where you were starting out. Again, trying to do that opposite loop, yet it still was kind of the bad loop. And so then I had you do another one. Yeah, now there you go. There's the good loop, for sure. Now with the ball there, much better. Much, much better there, man. There you go. Dead on the swing plane. Right there. There's the good loop. Feels to you like it's really way outside, and like the Jim Furyk loop there, down on the swing plane. So that's very nice. But what I mentioned to you was that part of the reason you're having trouble getting used to that is because that grip, that old gold grip on the left, where you didn't have any kink in your wrist, you really couldn't see the black part of your glove on the back of your hand. So that new blue grip there with your hand left hand turned much more to your right is going to be much, much better for you. And again, you want to get that thumb pad not there. That's the bad stuff. There's the better stuff. Right there. That's the bad stuff. That's the good stuff. So watch it again. That's the good stuff. That's the bad stuff where your thumb pad's touching the club. That's the good stuff where your thumb pad's not touching the club. That's the bad. There's the good, where your heel pad is up on top, just like you're feeling right there, Dave. That is absolutely where you want to be. And then there's the better grip. You have much more of a kink in your wrist there. Right there. Much more of the kink in the wrist. Much better than where we're seeing that there, starting out. The old gold on the left with the grip, the new blue on the right with the good grip. And again, it really wasn't too hard for you. Yep, and a good way to get used to it is take those small swings to start out. That looked fantastic. Really getting used to that loop. And that's where we finished up on the 28th. Right there, buddy. But the main thing to remember there, again, is that good grip. That looks fantastic right there, as opposed to the old grip right there. So really try to remember those, Dave. That'll be very, very helpful for you.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment, and then we have the face-on camera angle also, and then what we also have here is the 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment, and we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and think we're looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life, where we know exactly what it is for the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how everything's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.